Hey y'all, we back for another review on Reasonable Doubt. This is episode 2, okay? Now, for those of you guys that tuned into episode 1 and for those of you guys that did not, understand that the episode ended with one Jax messing around with her security guard and her waking up the next day to find out that Kalisha has passed away. Okay, she did. All right, somebody had murdered her or whatnot. Now, Kalisha happens to be the woman that was having the affair with her client Braden. Okay, so this is pretty much where we pick up at on episode 2. Okay, so in episode 2, she pretty much wakes up and guess who's still there, girl? The security man. The security man is still there. He over there cooking breakfast and everything, and she over there looking a bit annoyed, a little bit like, why are you still in my home? Like, I didn't even know you were still here, or whatever, whatever. And I'm just still a little confused too, because aren't you fired, sir? You already said that you were let go because you had like some criminal charges or whatever like that. So why are you still there? Like, I don't know, it's something about him that's suspicious too. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you have any stalking going on, which is why you were let go? Like, what's going on? And then you at this lady house overstepping your boundaries, cooking all in her kitchen and stuff. That don't make no sense to me. Knowing that she still got a husband or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I feel away, but hey. It is what it is. That's what you get, Jax, messing around with this man, not this man in your house. Now I feel like this man gonna be a pest. He gonna be bothering you, trying to get back up, trying to hunch up on you and all this other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Well, you gotta be careful with that, Jax. Anyway, so the family then went to church because that's one thing they gonna do together if they don't do anything else together. Okay, so they head to church or whatnot, and what's her name? Jax is introduced to Kalisha's cousin, Fallon, but it was no point in her being introduced to the lady for real, because she already knew her. You know what I'm saying? But the pastor didn't know, so he introduced both of them because Miss Fallon says that she was looking for some help or whatnot. But of course, Kalisha can't help her because her client is Braden, who is a client of the firm or whatever. But Braden is also the person that's accused of harming Kalisha. So she can't really help Miss Girl, but she gonna redirect her to somebody else, okay? And then next that I want to talk about is the date. Okay, so it seems like Jax and her husband finally went on a date. It's closer to the end of the episode. His brother is a singer or whatever, so he wanted them to be there for the performance and stuff. They go to the performance, they have a great time. Afterwards, she and her husband getting a real, Philly touchy and all that other stuff. They about to get it in, but everything came to a halt after the husband told her to turn around and he wanted her in the same position that he saw the security guard have her in. And she just immediately felt the way about that. So they kind of got into a little argument or whatever. And she kind of stormed off and all that stuff or whatever. Okay. He just trying to please her and make her happy or whatever. So they got into that little argument. All right. So there's that. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay. Let's get to the client, Braden. All right. Because y'all know when I do these reviews, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to chop things up. Right. So the first part is going to be about the family. Then we're going to get into the different clients. Okay. So next, I want to talk about Braden Miller. So he learns about Kalisha's death by way of Jax's colleague. Okay. And he seems to be a bit surprised because he has just talked to her the night before. And he over there just like confused, like he didn't really say that he talked to her. He was about to say that to the attorney, but then he kind of like held on to that information, right? So he was just, a bit shocked, okay? And he's definitely gonna end up being a suspect now after this. So the cops come and they question him and he talks, but then Jax pops up, okay? So she pretty much puts a halt to the entire interview that they were trying to do with him, okay? Now, Jax does go see the DA shortly after that to find out why her client is the prime suspect and not her husband. And so the DA is like, well, the ex-husband was at a conference or wherever he was, and it was a lot of people that had eyes on him and saw him there. And it's like, are you sure? Did y'all really have enough time to do that much research to confirm? Like, are you sure? Y'all just not even thinking about the ex-husband. Y'all just going for the billionaire because the story just sounds good, right? Got it. Okay. So next thing you know, we learned that Braden's restaurant receipt or valet receipt from hanging out with his wife was found at Kalisha's house. Okay, so this is what one of Jax's employees tell her as he was doing his own research, and she just a bit shook up because she's like, "Wait a minute, so he really was there at her house after he done sat up there and had an anniversary dinner with his wife. He gonna go over there to his mistress's house right afterwards, and then he gonna leave a damn valet receipt." at the woman's house, I'm a little confused because now it also got me looking at the wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he went over there, but did the wife follow her husband after the anniversary trip? Did she follow him after the not the trip, but the anniversary dinner? Did she follow him? And then once her husband went there and got what he got the signature or whatever from Kalisha and left, the wife showed up and murdered the woman. Like, that's what I'm also wondering about the wife too, because it was only two people that was there. So who drove the car for them to valet, or did the wife drive her own car? I don't know, girl, but some giving suspicious, okay? So, anyway, there's that. Now the attorneys are trying to figure out what the fuck is going on at this point, right? So Jax learns that Kalisha did sign the damn NDA, because Jax goes to her partner and she's just like, what the hell going on? Like, such and such told me that he done found a receipt there. So was he really at her house the night that she got murdered? Like, whoa, this is not a good look. Like, this is not helping us. And he said, yeah. He told me when I told him yesterday, like, hey, she not signing the paperwork. He said, all right, bet I'll go over there and I'll get her to sign the paperwork. I'm gonna give her what she needs, whether she wants it or not. You know? And she was like, well, did she sign it? And he was like, yeah. He was like, she said, oh, well, that's great, because that proves that he don't have a motive to kill her if she didn't sat up here and signed the paperwork. So that's where they are mentally. So they just got to prove that. You feel what I'm saying, girl? So there's that. Now, her colleague tells her, like, listen, you not on this case, but you doing all this extra research on this case. Like, you really should just join the case. Like, you should just join it. Like, just do it. But she didn't want to do it because she felt like, number one, he didn't even want my black ass on his case originally. So why should I do that? He didn't even want me. And to be honest, I just feel like that nigga a prick. Period. You feel what I'm saying? So he just needs a black token woman to be a part of his case to make him look good for, him being married to this white woman but murdering another black woman, or however they're gonna try and twist the story. So he just needs me to stand up and speak for him. But it is like, Jax, if you're gonna do all this extra research for this man, just just be his damn attorney. Like, just be his attorney. Like, just take him on as a client. Like, I'm confused. I don't understand Jax a little bit. I don't. I mean, it's like she likes friction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you don't like him. You feel a way about him not wanting you on the case originally, but you're doing all this extra research when ain't nobody ask you. So what it's really giving is that you just love, like you said, criminals. You just love your job so much that you over engulf yourself into stuff even when it ain't got nothing to do with you. But either way, good luck. So Braden ended up reaching out to her because he like, listen, I'm trying to hire you, BLT. Like, what you trying to do? Like, what's up? Like, how much money? She said, baby, it ain't even about the money. He said, you sure? Because I know your background. I know this about you. I know that you went and you did this. You was a public defender. You went over here and got in a law firm, did this, woo. And you very good at what you do. I already did my research, so tell me what the coin is going to cost. And that's when she pretty much snapped on him and tell him the same thing she already told her colleague. Like, now you want a black woman to represent you, X, Y, and Z, ABC, going in on him about that. And then he asked her again, like, girl, how much? And she said, I told you it's not about money, baby. But anyway, and she hung up on him. So I'm just confused at that whole dynamic and what the big deal is. If y'all can explain to me, I would greatly appreciate it. Because I'm just like, what's the issue? Like, I don't. At first, he act like he disregard women, and then now he needs a woman to represent him, and not only a woman but a black one at that. And then she over here giving him the third degree because he didn't want her on the case, I guess. And then now he do, and it's like, but at the end of the day, you still doing all this research like he your client anyway. So what you? I don't, girl. Let me move on because they got me just confused. So anyway, let's get to Damon. Okay, so Damon as then got out of prison. Hilarious, because he was also at the church when Jax went to church earlier that day. And she was like, oh my God, is that him? It was, and it was. So she damn near pooped on herself, child, when she saw him looking as good as he want to look in regular clothes and not in the prison attire. So Jax decided she finna pop up on him at his halfway house. So she's over there, pretty much going in on him and tell this man, listen, I meant what I said. I'm not going to speak to you again. And I'm over here thinking to myself, if you meant what you said, then why are you over there talking to him? You already knew he was going to get out. He already told you that. So now that he out, you want to go over there and talk. Girl, you missed that man. That's why you running over there getting in that man's face. And then she going to sit up there and tell this man to stay away from her. And I'm looking like, girl, you came to that man's spot. What you talking about? So then he said, girl, you came to see me. You came over here. I ain't come over there to see you. And then she over there talking about the church and stuff. And he's like, girl, your church is right right across from the halfway house. I just walked across the street. What you want me to do? You don't want me to be here no more? Like, I'm confused. Okay, so then that's when somebody that's in authority stepped in and said what we said about visitors. You know what I'm saying? She just popped over or whatever the case was. She could have easily said, "Oh, I'm his attorney. My apologies," but she didn't do that. But anyway, child, all I got was that there was like some sexual chemistry or whatever like that. That's all I got. The way he stepped closer to her and stuff. And then he told her, listen, this time you trying to come over here, girl, you need to call me before you just pop up over here. I'm trying to, obey the rules because I ain't trying to go back into that prison no more. You feel me? Okay, so there's that. Now we did see at a later time where she ended up meeting up with him at a coffee shop, and then from there they went on over to the beach, and he tells her that, listen, I've been in prison for majority of my life, and I didn't want to be there and die and not have lived or experienced anything. So I'm at a place where I wanted to do that. So if it meant that I had to risk saying that I'm guilty for a crime that I didn't commit just so I could live the life that I desired, then that's what I was willing to do. And some part of me, like, I hate how the system is set up, but some part of me does not blame him for making said decision because it's like he damn near already served the time with the 16 years anyway for a crime he didn't commit. Might as well just damn, and he was innocent. Hell, he was not guilty and locked the hell up, but now he get the chance to say he guilty and be free. So it's kind of like, just say you fucking guilty, go out here, live your life, and do the best you can with what you can, and probably start your own damn business and da 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 whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and get your money that way. But if he feel like he can live his life, like, girl, let that man do what he gonna do. Let that man do what he gonna do. Like, I don't know, girl. It's crazy how the system is set up, but I don't blame him for making the decision he made just so he could be out and be free. So Jax tells him, listen, I just want you to know that I never wanted you to have to compromise your freedom for something like this, compromise your dignity just to get another chance at life. She said, me losing your case, like, it really, really hurt me. Like, it really, really hurt me. And because of your case, like, I actually retired. I left. I said, I'm not going to be a public defender anymore. And then I went on and I did a private firm. Like, that's what I did. So, it sucks. All right. So it was a really a major turning point in her life. Once she lost that case as a public defender. And I think that was nice that she cared so much because you never hear about public defenders caring at all. They get there at the last minute, child. They don't be knowing people's cases and shit. Like, that's what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? And I've actually seen that in person. Like, girl, I sat in a courtroom one time and I saw that, girl. This one man was late talking about it with some damn traffic and stuff. I said, oh, baby, he must be this girl's public defender. And he was just joking around like it was a joke, not taking shit serious. They have his information. And I'm just like, what the Like, these are people's lives that y'all are dealing with. These are people's lives that y'all are dealing with. Like, I don't understand it, but it ain't got to do with me, girl. Either way, honey. Good luck, but they be some lazy people. So it's interesting to hear, even though this is a TV show, it's interesting to hear that she was so involved. I wonder if those people really do exist, some of these public defenders, because I can imagine how many people have gone to prison that did not commit crimes all because they couldn't afford an attorney and the attorney was lackluster as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But either way, honey, good luck. That's pretty much all that I have on episode 2. I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about the latest episode, at least episode 2. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.